Hello friends, today we are making these project bags. Honestly, I saw that the Makers Collab on Etsy was having a flash sale for like 50% off a lot of their designer half yards, so I needed to be a part of that. So once again, we are patterning by the seat of our pants. There is not an exact pattern. The idea is to copy some of those trendy little like circular bottom bucket project bags that we've been seeing around social media. They look really cool and very convenient. I would like to have one of them for myself. So here is our approximate pattern slash layout. For the lining fabric, we are going to take a dinner plate that is a little shy of 11 inches in diameter. That gives us about 31 inches out of the 42-inch fabric to make the diameter to go around the circle, going down to the canvas, because a lot of those buckets have waxed canvas at the bottom. That I thought that was a really cool idea to help keep it sturdy, and I really like the look of it. So we're going to take some of our canvas, cut an 11-inch diameter out of, but these canvases, they're scrap. They don't have any kind of dimensionality to them, so I'm going to just do the best that I can. I'm going to cut out my 11-inch diameter and see what I can finagle to get that bottom area of the waxed canvas for structure stability. So yeah, when I figure out how wide that bottom bit of canvas is going to be on our bucket, that will inform me of how much to cut out of the outer fabric. We are going to probably use this extra bit as pocket, and whatever canvas is used to create the bottom of the bag, we are going to cut it off of here so that the outer fabric plus the canvas strip at the bottom equals this 18 inches that the lining fabric is, so that they're the same height. And with whatever remains, it's going to be handles. I used my dinner plate as my template to create circles. You can use like the compass method with a tack and a pen that goes around, but I feel like I have better results if I just trace a dinner plate. That's what I think is the simplest and what I recommend. Well, this isn't great lighting, but I have the canvas pinned in the center of our 31 inches here. So that's in the center, and I do have some overhang. I'm gonna go ahead and sew the canvas to the outer fashion fabric and cut off the excess. The dice I did cut a little bit longer than what I'm expecting the diameter is gonna be. When I get it all sewn up, I'm just gonna cut off the excess there. There is a stain right here on this white, but since this is wide enough, if I get everything sewed together, I can probably just slice that right off. I feel kind of bad creating just random excess squares of canvas, but you know, I'm using my scraps. It is what it is. I kind of just eyeballed turning in the fabric squares, the pockety designation, and cut that in half for the pockets, and just folded all of the edges in by a 1/2 inch. That once again is a little bit eyeballed, but if it's ironed down really good and you know where you're gonna do the doobly-doo, you know where you're going to sew over, it's fine. So I just ironed all the edges down really good, and eyeballed for how much I wanted to fold over for the pocket opening, and that worked pretty well. Okay, so first we cut out our circles and our canvas, attached our canvas to the outside fabric, and made sure that it was the same height as the inside fabric. Then we took the pockety bit that was left over from the outside fabric, sewed down the pockets, ironed down the pockets to make sure that there was a good pocket opening. We also did a fusible double-sided interfacing to give the bottom a little bit more structure. I don't think that this one is going to need it that much, but this is kind of, it's not a very sturdy canvas, so we went ahead and added an extra little bit onto there. Realistically, that'll also stop this from being as see-through because it's a very simple white. Also, after I sewed the canvas to the outside fabric, I did top stitch that down. So that's just a nice little touch. It helps make it look a lot more nice and neat and pristine. With the fabric that I cut off of this top, I made handles. So yeah, we still need to iron down the handles. I am not putting an interfacing in the handles right now, but these are definitely going to be a good size to sling over the shoulder. So I think that my next step is going to be ironing down the handles and sewing down the pockets to the inside fabric. How I want to go about this, I think that I want to sew this together except for like maybe an inch at the top. Then I will take my circle and ease my cylinder around the circle. One of the pockets is just the plain pocket, and I did add a couple extra vertical lines in the other one just for pens and like crochet hooks and whatnot, because I crochet too. Those pockets are like a little bit deep for pens, so I honestly might keep like knitting needle or something like that in there. Probably should have measured that, did not. But you know, as far as one day scrap busty projects makes, I'm not too concerned with accurate measuring right now. I'm more concerned with kind of enjoying the process and getting something fun out of it. To create the handles, I just took the handle designated piece and sewed it longest ways and turned that inside out just by doing the not even with a chopstick or anything, just zhishing. Then ironed it down, didn't really put any interfacing or anything like that. Maybe should have if I wanted to get like a really sturdy handle, but with this one, it's fine. When attaching the handles, I made sure to only attach to the outside fabric. And I did this little X right here where I sewed across, up, over, and down, then across diagonally, over the top, and across diagonally again, and horizontally on the bottom. That type of stitch and connection adds a lot more security to it. And this, I had some really good squares come out on this one. On the dice bag, these are not my best X's, so I knew that it was gonna turn out badly if I did it that way, and I did it anyways, so it's fine. After the handle was sewn on, I aligned the inside to the outside, you know, right sides facing together, and made sure that everything was all aligned, and sewed down a 1/2 inch. Once that 1/2 inch seam allowance was sewn down, I flipped everything inside out through what is, I believe, a 4-inch hole. Everything did flip out, but you just had to go low and slow and be very patient, and I did not want to be patient. I could tell that I was getting too fast when you could hear one little thread pop, and just like you would pull and hear a thread pop, and just like, don't want to do that. You gotta go low and slow. You gotta be patient. It's hard to be patient, but you gotta be patient. once everything was inside righty ways, I gave the top a quick iron down so that I could sew a 1/2 inch little channel for the shoelace to go through. Once the shoelace was fully fed through, I fed it through the little shoelace holdery slidey bit, and now we have 2 fully functioning drawstring bags. I am definitely happy with the finished product. I admittedly could have done a couple things differently, like I feel like it would look a lot better if I used a longer shoelace, and that would allow me more access to the guts of the inside of here. I could also have made the channel that the shoelaces go through maybe 1.5 inches instead of 1 inch, and probably I could have been a little bit more diligent at ironing that down in place. Right now, this is containing the Cancun top that I do not plan on working on right now, but this one is containing just random scraps of yarn and just stuff, because I just thought that it looked a lot better if it had stuff in it rather than just a floppy empty bag. But this is definitely going to be the bag that follows me around convention season this summer. Which one is your favorite, and have you ever shopped at the Makers Collab on Etsy? And please tell me if I am getting better at actually giving some sort of pattern or instruction for these types of things, because it's a little chaotic. Let me know all of that down in the comments with any questions, comments, or concerns. New videos should be up on Fridays, not every Friday though, so if I were you, I would like this video, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you know when I actually do post. Like always, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye! I'm not really sure what I filmed and if I explained everything right, but you know what? I'm gonna film some pugs for you because they have been very rowdy all weekend, and let's see if they're still rowdy. I bring the camera out, and now you're acting like you were not bullying your brothers all day.
He was like, I would never bully a soul, mother. I am a good boy.
You don't like being called out for being a bully? Too bad. Stop being a bully. Okay? You have the weirdest sounds.